Hello, you are back in the cabinet above my bread box, and this is a pantry challenge, but it's a special one because we've been keeping a secret. Shh. This is a pantry challenge video. This is where I take a look around my kitchen and I do my best to use things up. And this helps us to limit waste in our household. So we're trying to be good stewards of the things that we're purchasing. And it also helps us save money because, we don't want to spend money on food that we end up not eating because, then it's basically like throwing money in the trash or down the disposal, and I hate doing that. It happens. We're not perfect. It happens. But also, it delays my trip to the grocery store by a day or two or maybe 3, and all of that time kind of adds up across the year, and it makes for fewer trips to the grocery store, which for us means that we're saving a little money. But when I am filming this, it is actually spring break. And the first part of spring break, the kids were doing missions at the church and also spending some time with their grandparents. And they think that I am filming a pantry challenge and trying to eat up food before I go to the grocery store tomorrow or the next day. What they don't know is that tomorrow morning we are getting on a plane and we are taking them on a surprise beach vacation. They have no idea. I am running around trying to do things in secret. We're trying to keep it a secret just a little bit longer. But by the time you see this video, we will actually be back from our vacation because I'm filming ahead. And if you want to know more about that, you can visit my vlogging channel. I'll leave it linked in the description box because I'm making a couple of videos about this leading up to it and then a little quick vacation vlog while we're on our trip. I've spent the last couple of days kind of taking stock of what I have, open packages of things in the pantry, things that are close to their prime or their peak or about to be past it in my refrigerator. We're trying to use those things up, so hopefully I can give you some inspiration there. It is a beautiful spring evening and I just got back from a run. I'm gonna get cleaned up and then I'm gonna throw some dinner together really quickly. We have these little steaks that have been in our freezer for a while. They were gifted to us around Christmas time, so they've been in there for about 3 months, and I feel like steaks don't last forever in the freezer, so I really need to get them out and cook them. And we only have 3. 2 of them are like little fillets, but that's okay because not everybody's home tonight, so it's gonna make for a really nice, meal that I can throw together quickly. I think I'm just gonna cook them on the stove. And I'm gonna do some really easy pasta in the Instant Pot, I think, so I can get that done fast because it's already like 6:30. I feel like we're having some summer vibes around here right now because we just switched over to daylight savings time, so it always seems like it's earlier than it actually is. But I'll show you what I'm using, what we're gonna use up for this, and we will make some delicious dinner. I have about half a jar of pesto in my fridge. I used the other half for a different recipe a while back, and I need to use this. And in perusing Pinterest, I found this recipe for a creamy pesto pasta. And I also have half this bag of spaghetti, so about 8 ounces of spaghetti. And then it calls for a little bit of cream cheese and cottage cheese and like a little bit of shredded mozzarella. And so I thought, you know what? I can use up quite a few of these items making that, and I'm going to attempt to do this in the Instant Pot. I also have this head of butter lettuce, and I had it in my mind that I was going to make some kind of wraps with this, but the clock is ticking and I just don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna use this to make some salads tonight. I'll peruse my fridge and my pantry, see what I can come up with to throw together a really easy salad, maybe make up a vinaigrette. I have my pesto sauce in the Instant Pot here, and I'm gonna add 2.5 cups of water. And I wanna stir that up, make sure that that is all mixed together. I'm also gonna add a little bit of this Auntie Nono's everything seasoning, just a little bit. And now I'm putting in my spaghetti noodles, which I broke in half just so that they would all fit in the Instant Pot. And I'm gonna kind of smash those down and make sure that they are all submerged in the liquids here. I feel like this needs just about 1/4 cup more of water. I just wanna make sure that the spaghetti isn't really sticking out there. Okay, now I'm gonna pop the lid on and seal it. And I am going to set this to pressure cook for 4 minutes. That's all I'm gonna do. It will take a few minutes to come up to pressure, and then it will cook for 4 minutes, and then I will let it natural release for about 10 minutes before we add the rest of the ingredients. My steaks are finishing up on the stove, and we also have the washing machine going in the background, so hopefully you can hear me. I just finished letting my pot natural release for 10 minutes, and then I flipped it to manual release to let the rest of the pressure out. And now I am adding in about 2 ounces of cream cheese, half a cup of cottage cheese, and about half a cup of shredded mozzarella. I'm going to just stir to combine that. And then I'm going to pop the lid back on top and just let the lid sit on top so it can trap the steam and the heat and kind of help the cheese to melt into the pasta. I just finished a 3-mile jog, and last night as I was going through the refrigerator and the freezer kind of looking for things that maybe needed to be used up, I noticed that I had a frozen banana and some frozen spinach in there, like fresh spinach that I had frozen like across a cookie sheet and then put in a little baggie to put in the freezer before it had gone bad. So I've decided to turn that into a smoothie. I just put those into my Ninja blender with a little bit of protein powder, and voila, green smoothie. Great post-workout snack. So I'm gonna sip on this and then we're gonna get on with the day. Harry's is partnering with me to bring you today's video, and they're also bringing you a fantastic deal, so stay tuned. Harry's crafts high quality, long-lasting blades with durable weighted handles, and because they feel like you shouldn't have to choose between a great shave and a fair price, they give you both. My husband is actually a Harry's subscription customer, so he chooses the number of blades he wants and how often he wants to receive them, and they are delivered to our doorstep in that time frame. And the razor blade refills start as low as just $2 per blade. That's a really great deal. But Harry's is not just for razors. They actually have a whole line of really great personal care items, and my husband has become a big fan. He's actually tried several of them, and we have actually repurchased several items. In fact, we just got several delivered to us in the mail, so let me show you our little haul. Just got a package from Harry's with lots of awesome goodies in here. Looks like we have some trial sizes. This is the trial size of the 2-in-1 anti-dandruff shampoo and conditioner. We have actually already tried this. My husband really likes it. We're taking a trip soon, so these will come in handy because we can pack those in our suitcase, along with the post-shave balm. This is the 3.4 fluid ounce size. I love that Harry's has trial sizes available on their website because a lot of them are around $3, and you can just try out a product or you can try out a different scent. Looks like we have the full size of the dry scalp 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Again, we've tried this, really like it. This will last a long time. My husband will be so excited that we have more of this bar soap. He really liked this. It's one of his favorite products that he's tried from Harry's. He is a bar soap guy, always has been. He has been brand loyal to a particular brand that I have never cared for because I think the scent is too strong and the soap is too drying. Not the case with this soap. Really like it. This is my husband's favorite scent, the stone scent. He also really likes the redwood scent. We've had this scent in the deodorant and it's really nice. This is one that I don't think we have had yet, so I'm actually gonna open this up and smell this. Ooh, okay, that smells really good. Yeah, I really like that. I like all of the scents. I definitely think this one is my favorite, the stone. And I also really like the redwood. I'm not sure that I have tried, have we had anything in the fig yet? I like all the scents. Definitely think that the stone scent is my favorite, but I like them all. And one of the things I like about them is that they're not super strong or overpowering. They're really very subtle. And looks like we also have a razor and some blades, which is great because I have actually stolen my husband's Harry's razor. So he'll be glad we have another one now. I really like that razor, so I've started using it. And I guess he ordered another one. Oh, ooh, well, I like this handle though. I like this like mint green, seafoam green handle. Okay, I think I might switch back. I think I might be adopting this razor, and I'll give him the old one back with the new blades. Harry's is offering a deal for my viewers. As I said, when you visit the link in the description box below, harrys.com/Mindy, you can get their starter set for just $3. And that is a 5-blade razor, a weighted handle, foaming shave gel with aloe, and a cover for the razor for when you travel for just $3. $3 for all that, delivered right to your doorstep. But while you're there, don't hesitate to take a look around their website and check out some of the other products that I've mentioned. And thank you again to Harry's for sponsoring today's video. In perusing the deli drawer, I found a little bit of chicken. This is buffalo style chicken breast. I got this at Aldi. We use this for sandwiches or wraps. And then I also have a little bit of pepper jack cheese and some tortillas. So I think I'm actually gonna pull out my griddle and make up some quesadillas, just some really easy quesadillas on the griddle, make a bunch of them at the same time, be a really easy snacky lunch, and maybe look around the kitchen for what else I can throw together for a quick lunch for the kids. This is an individual portion of leftovers that I froze, and so I defrosted it and heated it up to have for lunch today. It is a chickpeas and rice that I made for a budget cooking video, I think about a month ago, and it was really, really good, but it made a lot. Like, I had still had a couple of helpings after eating it leftovers for a few days, so I froze them, and this is the last one. I'm going to eat it up for lunch today, and it doesn't look like much, but it was really, really good. I'll find that video and I'll leave it linked in the description box. I think it was one of those where I spent about $10 and I made breakfast, lunch, and dinner for my family for the day. I've just been in the kitchen trying to figure out what to throw together for dinner. I have some chicken that is thawed out, and in perusing my fridge, this is a total YouTuber prob, y'all. It's just like YouTuber life. I have two different containers of sour cream that are partially used. Like, they're both from recently because I've used them in different videos, and sometimes because of the way I do my videos where I might do a grocery haul and then make meals from those items, I just end up with multiples of the same item. So that is what has happened here. So I perused Pinterest and I found a recipe that I had pinned a while back that looked really good called sour cream chicken. So I will leave that recipe linked in the description box. Of course, I'm gonna have to adjust it a little bit based on what I have on hand, but go and check that out and I'll show you how I'm making it. And it actually is gonna work out fantastic because I also have the end of an open bag of rice and the end of an open bag of egg noodles, and I think this dish will work really well over the top of one of those. And then I'll just see if I have like maybe some frozen green beans or something so we can have a little veggie on the side. Let's get it going. For the sour cream chicken, I have 3 large chicken breasts that I have cut up into chunks. They're not like little nugget size, they're just like chunks. I'm going to use half of this onion. I will chop that up. I also have 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'll use 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I have some minced garlic, my sour cream. I need a cup, and that's about what is in these 2 containers combined, plus 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup of water. The original recipe calls for red peppers. I don't have any, so I'm going to use this can of fire roasted tomatoes. I think that's going to work really well. And then I'm going to use a teaspoon each of this Auntie Nono's everything seasoning and paprika, salt, and pepper to taste. Let's get started. In my pot here, I have my chicken breast chunks browning in the butter and olive oil, and I went ahead and just threw in the diced onion and the minced garlic with that. I know a lot of recipes want you to brown the chicken and then take it out and then brown the onions and the garlic, but it's all going back in the pot along with the chicken broth and the seasonings to cook for another half hour. So I'm just gonna skip that step and kind of saute everything together. Now I'm adding a teaspoon of Auntie Nono's. You could just use salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a teaspoon of paprika, my can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, and 1 cup of water. I'm just gonna stir that up and make sure that it's combined. And I'm gonna bring that to a simmer and cover it and let it simmer covered for about 20 to 25 minutes until the chicken is done cooking. I am taking the super duper easy road tonight, and I'm going to use my Instant Pot Aura. This is an Instant Pot brand slow cooker you've heard me talk about. I'm loving this thing. It has all of these extra functions. I got mine on Amazon. If it's still available, I will leave it linked in the description box. But I'm going to use the rice setting to cook the rice and noodles that I had in the pantry, the open packages. So I had about 1.5 cups of rice, and then I added about 3.5 cups of water, and I just put the noodles on top, and I'm just gonna cook them all together. I mean, I know that that might seem odd to have noodles and rice all mixed together, but it'll be fine, it'll work. And I'm gonna put this on the rice setting, and I don't even know how much time it takes. It might even be on a sensor, but it doesn't take very long at all for it to cook the rice. I've used it to cook rice before. I've never tried it cooking the noodles with it, so we'll see how it turns out. My chicken is almost done cooking, and I'm just mixing together the sour cream and the flour because we're going to add this to the sauce once the chicken is done cooking. My chicken is done. I took it out of the pot and set it aside on a plate. While we finish this up, I'm going to add my sour cream and flour mixture and whisk that together here with the sauce in the pot really, really well. And then I'll put the chicken back in and let it all simmer together until it thickens up, and it will be ready to serve. This worked like a charm. It turned out so great. So my noodles and my rice are done, and no, I do not care that they're mixed up together. I'm just going to plate this up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is. I cannot wait to try this. I did sample the sauce and it's so good. I'm super excited to try this all together. I didn't have any fresh veggies or any frozen veggies, but I did have canned green beans. I just threw those on the stove with a little bit of butter and some Auntie seasoning. You could do salt and pepper. I am ready to dive into this. This is me coming back on here to say that this is absolutely delicious. I feel like it never fails. Every time we do a pantry cooking video, we always discover another recipe that we really like. This is fantastic. Go and make it. You can make it as the original recipe. I'll leave it linked in the description box, or you can do it like I did with the fire roasted tomatoes. So good. So tasty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to check out the playlist in the description box if you like these kinds of videos. I have put all of my pantry cooking and use it up challenges into a single playlist so that hopefully you can get some more ideas and inspiration if you like these kinds of videos.